How did the Kansas-Nebraska Act impact the 1860 election? Imagine a country on the brink of change, where old rules no longer fit. That's what happened after the Kansas-Nebraska Act was passed in 1854. It changed how Americans thought about slavery and politics. The act let settlers in Kansas and Nebraska decide for themselves whether to allow slavery. This idea, called popular sovereignty, meant the people living there could vote to permit or ban slavery. This decision led to chaos. Pro-slavery and anti-slavery groups rushed into Kansas to sway the vote. Violence broke out, and the fighting became known as Bleeding Kansas. It was a clear sign that the nation was deeply divided over slavery. The Kansas-Nebraska Act also tore apart political parties. The Whig Party, which was once big, split into Northern and Southern groups. The Northern Whigs opposed the act, while Southern Whigs supported it. Many Northern Whigs, along with Free Soilers and anti-slavery Democrats, banded together to form a new party called the Republican Party. They wanted to stop slavery from spreading into new territories. This new party grew quickly, especially in the North, because it was seen as a strong opponent to the expansion of slavery. By the time the election of 1860 arrived, the effects of the Kansas-Nebraska Act were clear. The Democratic Party was split into two factions. The Northern Democrats, led by Stephen Douglas, supported popular sovereignty. The Southern Democrats, led by John C. Breckinridge, wanted to protect slavery everywhere. The Republican Party, with Abraham Lincoln as their candidate, opposed the spread of slavery into the territories. The election turned into a fight between regions. Lincoln won most of the free states but got no votes from the southern states. This showed how divided the country had become. The Kansas-Nebraska Act had played a big role in creating these divisions. It caused old alliances to break apart and helped the Republican Party rise to power. Lincoln's victory made many southern states nervous. They saw it as a sign that slavery might soon be limited or ended. As a result, several southern states decided to leave the Union, leading to the Secession and, eventually, the Civil War. So, the Kansas-Nebraska Act set the stage for the 1860 election by breaking apart the old political order. It made slavery the main issue and pushed the country toward conflict. The election outcome was a direct result of these tensions, and it pushed the nation closer to war.